The drone silo building was recently released in Operation Red Swarm. Hopefully you picked it up along with the Reaper or Slayer drone. As the drone silo opens up new possibilities in base defense, let's take a look at how it can be most effective. Before we get to strategy, let's look at how you can add units to the silo. One of the common misconceptions seems to be that you need to scrap your current air units in order to make room for the drones, but this is not necessarily true. In my airfield, I have 6 Elite Warhawks and 1 Havoc, leaving a little reserve space. My level 6 drone silo can take up to 10 drones, but I'm actually going to build a couple of drones at a time so I don't have to scrap any of my other aircraft. As soon as 2 of these Reaper drones are finished, we can now open the drone silo and transfer the units into there. Now I can go back to my airfield, and you can see that I have my space back to build 2 more units. Just repeat this process a few more times, and you'll have a full drone silo without sacrificing any space in your airfield. Now let's get down to some tactics. The Reaper drone is the most universal unit to house in the silo because it can engage both ground units and air units. This makes the drone silo a perfect defense structure to use in the center of a group of defenses. Let's move a variety of defense platforms in tightly around the silo. I'll grab a plasma cannon, a mortar, a machine gun, and a flak turret. Finally, I'll place a watchtower behind the silo that has 6 stingers stationed inside. This setup should basically defend against just about anything, so let's put it to the test. First, we'll send in a squad of 13 level 9 challengers. The Reapers quickly deploy and fly out to meet our guests. The challengers are doing some pretty hefty damage to my plasma cannon, but my defenses are doing a lot more DPS. Eventually, the swarm of Reapers is just too much to handle. Now let's go to the air and send in a group of level 10 Elite Warhawks led by a level 9 Havoc. The Havoc is able to absorb a good amount of damage for quite a while, but eventually it takes lethal damage, and the Warhawks quickly follow suit. How about 6 suicide trucks next? After they gain speed, they are going to get dangerously close to my defensive perimeter, but my defenses are fast enough to make sure none of them hit their targets. At this point, the only unit I have any real concern about is Hellfire tanks because of their extremely long range. Now I'm actually going to try to attack this for myself with 5 level 9 Elite Hellfires to see if I can crack these defenses from a distance. And wow, not only are the Hellfires not out of range of the plasma, but they are in range of the drone silo as well, and the Reapers are shooting down the missiles. Basically, there's not going to be a way to get through these defenses without taking a good amount of attrition, and the drone silo has a lot to do with that equation. My advice is to level up the drone silo and Reaper drones as fast as you can because they are awesome. Good luck, commanders!